pancake day, Shrove Tuesday, which means tomorrow is the start of Lent. So I'm giving up pancakes. What? We've just done pancakes, to be fair. I had like an hour, 45-minute gap between my last class and this class. And then my son announced that he would quite like some red velvet pancakes. So I've just had to mix up a red velvet mix. Yeah, they weren't too bad. It's the first time I've made them. They're nice and fluffy. My dog had one. Hi Maria, you alright, darling? Yeah, so my dog enjoyed, he had half of one, only half, because it's got chocolate in it, and dogs can't have chocolate, but there we go. So I will angle that down. Pilates. You still need to make sure that you have a drink whenever you need one, okay? I stop and take a drink all the time because my mouth gets really dry from constantly talking. So there we go. So if you need to rest, if you need to get a drink, that's absolutely fine. Listen to the instructions, because I'll always try and talk you into positions, and I know you need to be able to see them, but once you've got the concept, then you must try and keep your head in place and keep your head nice and still. There'll be level 1, which is going to be your base level, your beginner level, and then we build it up gradually from there. Absolutely fine to stay with the level 1 all the way through if that's what you want to do. If that's where you can feel it and you know that your technique is really good, then stick with that. But if you wanted to take it further, the options are there. Now, if you have got back problems, listen to what your body says. Pilates is really good for strengthening and help to realign through the back. A lot of people will often get physio referrals for Pilates. You've just literally got to do what feels comfortable for you. Okay, I've suffered for years and years and years with a bad back. I've had surgery on my spine. My spine has got a cage on it. So yeah, I've had a bad back for years. And if I don't do Pilates, it's more painful for me than if I do it. So it does help you in the long term. You might not feel it at the time, but in the long term you will. So we'll do a little bit of a warm up. Okay, it's just a little bit of mobility to get the body ready to work, and then we come down to the floor. And once we're on the floor, we stay down until we've finished all our exercises. Okay, so I'll angle that down. I'll take a step back, nice and upright, nice and tall in your space. Toes and knees point forwards, shoulders down, relaxed. Make sure you're balanced and central. So you're gently going to rock side to side, forwards and backwards. Just turn that down slightly. I don't want to have to shout really. Good. In this position, find your neutral spine. So you're tilting the pelvis forwards and backwards. You're finding the position where your back feels the most comfortable. So you're finding that natural lordotic curve. Holding that in place. Just going to press start. There we go. You need to find and engage your core muscles. So the pelvic floor, the muscle from within, the one you use to stop mixed flow. Excuse me. Imagine it's attached to a lift, 10 floors. Draw it up from within to floor number 10. So you have that feeling of drawing up. You're going to take it down to floor 5 and then down to floor 3 and keep it there. Hopefully at level 3 we can maintain it for the duration. Okay? Then imagine you've got a belt around your middle, 10 notches. So put it in as tight as you can to notch 10, take it out to notch 5, take it out to notch 3 and leave it there. So again, it's that constant feeling of tightness around the centre of the body. Holding from the core and the neutral spine, we breathe from the rib cage, hands on the ribs, fingertips touch, take a deep breath in, open the ribs and release. Deep breath in and release. Relax the arms down, gently begin to pedal through your feet. So that's lateral thoracic breathing, breathing from your rib cage. I'm going to constantly remind you of things as we go. Allow the shoulders to rotate one way and the other way. Good. Place the feet down, lift all the way up onto the toes and release. Again, lift all the way up and release. One more time, lift, lengthen the whole body and release. You're going to step forward on the left leg, drop the back knee, rotate to the left, come to the middle and step back. Other leg, step through and rotate. So as you step, we're dropping that back knee, flattening the front foot, rotating towards that leg. We're going to do one more on each side for me, please. In your own pace. Don't feel rushed. And then when you're ready in the middle, stepping out to the side, reaching up and over, coming back into the centre each time. Step and reach and return. Step and reach and return. Lengthening through the waist, lateral flexion through the back, holding it in the middle. Allow those hips to just rotate one way and the other. Holding it in the centre, you're just going to tap one leg forwards, backwards. Tap the toe forwards, backwards. Lift the knee, push the leg back. Knee comes up, balance, push the leg back. Knee comes up, take it back. This time you're going to lift the knee and balance. And then you're going to take that leg through as far as comfortable for you. Lift that knee back up, balance. Take that leg all the way through. If you need to, you can always keep that toe down and just go from here. Lift that knee up, hold it, balance. Ankle one way and the other, and replace the foot down. Other leg, just tap that foot forwards and backwards. And then sweep that leg forwards and back. Forwards and back. Knee comes up, take the leg back. Knee comes up, good. Knee comes up, balance. Sweep it back, reach through. Keep the toe down if you need to. Just go as far as comfortable for you. Lift that knee up, balance. Take it back, sweep and reach. Soften the supporting knee. Lift that knee up, balance. Ankle one way and the other. And replace foot down. A little like a crack there from my ankle. Stand towards the back of your mat. Breathe in, tuck the chin to your chest. Breathe out. Begin to roll down. Soften your knees. Allow the arms to hang and relax. And then when you're ready, breathe in. As you breathe out, begin rolling back up. Rebuilding that spine, vertebrae by vertebrae. As you get to the top, relax the shoulders. Reset your posture. Breathe in, chin to the chest. Breathe out, begin to roll down through your back. Soften your knees. Allow the arms to hang and relax. And then when you're ready, carefully all the way back up. So we're going to roll down this time and make our way down to the floor. So breathe in, chin in. Breathe out, gently roll down. At your lowest point, we're walking down our hands and our knees into a box position, making sure your back is in neutral so you haven't arched or dipped that back down. Your legs, your knees should be hips distance apart. Breathe in. As you breathe out, push one leg back. Breathe in, bring it back in. Other leg. Breathe out, push it away. Breathe in, bring it back in. Now I really want you to feel the resistance between your foot and the floor. So your core muscles remain engaged. As you change legs, try not to allow the hips to tilt down. Breathe out, lengthen. Breathe in, return. Level 1 is there. Level 2, fully extend, then raise. Toe touches down. Draw the leg back in. Breathe out to lengthen and raise. Breathe in to lower and draw it in. So it's got to be a really nice full deep breath so that your movement will flow with control. Now if you want to go further, slide the opposite hand out just along the floor. So this is swimming, strengthening of the core and the lumbar spine. You want to go further, fully extend arm and legs, lifts up, touches down at the furthest points, and then comes in. Now that is really important that when you lower, there's still the furthest point away from your body that they can be. So you've got full range of movement. Back is lengthened, core muscles are engaged. Breathing from the rib cage, full, deep breaths. You can lengthen the arm without lifting it. You can go without the arm, just do the leg and the lift, or don't even lift, just push and pull. Now I can feel this in level 1. I've engaged my core, I'm focusing on pulling up round my pelvic floor, straightening round the middle of my body. So even though I'm only in level 1, I can feel it because my technique is on point, okay? I'm going to ask you please for one more on each side. And once you've completed those 2, you're going to carefully bring yourself down. Now once you're ready, you're going to be looking down between your wrists, okay? Legs are out behind you. You're going to draw the pelvis up and hold. So looking down between the wrists. So don't hang the head. Don't crank the neck to look up. Knees down, level 1. Knees up, level 2. Hold and breathe. Now make sure your legs are in line with your body. You haven't allowed the legs to come out into a triangle shape. Pulling up through the belly button, tightening around the core and the lumbar spine. So this is your leg pull. If you wanted to go further, you're coming up onto those hands. Hold and breathe. Don't let that head drop. Strengthen right into the middle of the body through the core. I'm going to ask you please for 2 more breaths at your level. Once you've done your 2, you're going to gently lower all the way down onto your front. Arms are going to come out into that capital E shape. So elbow is in line with your shoulder. Touch your big toes together, let the heels drop out. Now we mustn't lift our legs and we mustn't squeeze our bottom, okay? Or anyone else's bottom. Head down. Breathe in. Breathe out, peel the chest up. Breathe in, gently lower, don't drop. Breathe out, pull up. Now your belly button should be drawn up. If you want to go further, today your option is to have the arms floating just above the floor. Breathe out as you lift. Breathe in as you release. You want to go further still, then you're going to have your arms fully extended. Breathe out as you raise. Breathe in as you lower. But listen to your body. If your back feels uncomfortable, then don't do it, okay? And even if you're in your base level, even just a very small move is better than nothing, okay? So it's working at your level, using your breathing, controlling your movement, drawing the belly button up, breathing out as you lift, in as you lower. And we're not moving our neck. We keep our head in the same position. Swan dive, strengthen mobility of the core and the lumbar spine. 2 more breaths, please. Once you've completed those 2, you're going to bring those arms in. We're going to come back to leg pull for 1 more set. Looking down to the floor, knees down, level 1, knees up, level 2. Coming up onto those hands if you want to for level 3. And there is a level 4 here. So if you're doing level 4, you're breathing out to lift one leg, breathing in to lower. With control, don't fling it up, don't drop the hips, don't stick that bum in the air, yeah? Hold and breathe. Only adding that leg raise at level 4. Deep, full breath, strengthening into the core. I'm going to ask you please for 2 more breaths once you've done your 2, you're going to gently lower and you're going to turn over onto your side. And we're lengthening out the body into a nice long line. Head rests down on the arm and you're looking straight ahead. This is the point where you can see underneath your furniture and realise there's a piece of Lego or something underneath it. Good. Legs are lengthened out, point the toes away. Hips, knees, ankles all stacked, one on top of the other. And this hand is there for your balance, okay? So from here, breathe in. As you breathe out, raise both legs up. Now we're going to keep the bottom leg lifted and still, and we're just going to be moving the top leg, and it's going to lift. We're going to breathe in. As we breathe out, bring it up. As we breathe in, lower it down. Breathe out, lift it up. Breathe in, lower it down. Now at this point, if your hips are rolling, if you're wobbling, then don't lift so far. If your leg's coming up and your balance is good, take the hand away. Next option is to take that arm over. Breathe out as you lift, in as you release. Bottom leg is lifted and still. If it's too much, keep the bottom leg down. Last option, arm comes up, points to the ceiling at the same time as the leg. Breathe out as you lift. Breathe in as you release. Make sure you're pointing the fingers, the toes. That body is in a nice long line. Raising up, working around the hip and the bottom. We're on our side, so we're working the obliques. Still using the core and the lumbar spine to help us balance. And I'm going to ask you please for 2 more of these. Once you've done your 2, if you've got the arm over, bring it back down. Hand goes back there for balance, and then gently lower the legs. Now, bend your bottom leg, so you've tucked it under, your top leg is going to stay straight, and your toes are going to point forwards, okay? So the sole of your foot is now facing the side of the room. Hand is there for balance, or you can bring it over and just hold that wrist. Breathe in, breathe out, lift the leg. It's in line with the body, toes are pointing forwards. Bottom leg is stayed down. Breathe in. As you breathe out, you're going to small circles. Then you're going to breathe in and hold. And then breathe out and go the other way. Now, you're creating as many rotations as you can from one single exhale. When you run out of breath, you hold it, breathe in, and then breathe out and go the other way. Toes forward. That's important because the area we're targeting is more our hip, okay? That toes pulled away, it's going to start working down the side of the leg rather than just focusing on this hip area. Hand is there for balance, or take it away. If your body is really rocking, then make it smaller, make it more controlled. Should just be that movement from the hip. Hip circle. I'm going to ask you please for 2 more sets of rotations. And then you can allow that leg to lower. By all means, give it a rub. And then when you're ready, push yourself to sit. Now, legs bent. However, if you want to, if you find it more comfortable, you can have your legs out straight. Try them bent, and if it's uncomfortable, take them out, okay? So just a basic roll up, lengthen the back, chin off the chest, breathe in, tilt the pelvis under, like I've put my finger into your belly button. Then you're going to breathe out and lower as far as you can go. Breathe in, start to lift. Breathe out, continue to lift all the way up. Now, it doesn't matter if you're only going to here or if you're going all the way down. But you must remember, however far you go down, you've got to get back up without allowing these legs to move or the feet to raise. As I said, you have got a straight leg option there if you want it. Sometimes if you've got short, tight hamstrings or lower back issues, sometimes it's slightly more comfortable to have your legs out. But see what works best for you. Strength and mobility from the core and the lumbar spine. Breathe in to tilt, breathe out to lower. Breathe in, start to come up, breathe out all the way, lengthen the back, chin off your chest. So you're always coming back up to this lengthened position. Breathe in, tilt, breathe out, lower. Breathe in, start the lift, breathe out, continue the lift. And I'm going to ask you please, in your roll up, focusing core and the lumbar spine, keeping that chin up. Don't take the chin down, that's a different exercise. Keep the chin up. Breathe in and tilt. I'm going to ask you please, for one more repetition. Once you've completed that one, stay in that seated position. You're going to bring your legs out into straddle position. Your arms are going to come out. This is called soar. This is strength and mobility for your lower back. Imagine you've got a large ball in front of you, like you use in the gym, a large ball, yeah? Arms are out. Breathe in. As you breathe out, you're going to come up and over, opposite hand to foot. Then breathe in, come back to the middle, and we go the other way. So we're lifting up and then going over. So we're lifting up through the rib cage. One arm is coming back, the other arm is going over. Both sides of the bottom stay on the floor. Core muscles zipped up. Lift up and over, and then come back to the middle. Breathe out to go away from you. Breathe in to bring it back in. So in your soar, only going as far as comfortable for you. You may or may not be able to reach that foot. I'd just like to do one more on each side, please. And once you've completed those, you can release the arms, you can bring those legs in, and you're going to carefully come down onto your back. Legs are out straight for me. Point the toes away. Arms down by your sides. You just have to get comfy. Make sure that you're comfortable, guys, okay? I just need a blanket, a pillow, and a magazine, and I'll be quite happy. Looking up towards the ceiling. Breathe in. As you breathe out, lift one leg up, point the toe to the ceiling. Hold the leg. Breathe in. As you breathe out, walk your hand up the leg, peeling your head and your shoulders off the floor. Then breathe in and gently lower down. Other leg comes up, breathe in. As you breathe out, walk the hands up. So your leg is a tree. And then release. And this exercise is called climb tree. So you're peeling up and then releasing. Don't let the leg just drop. Also, you've got to make sure you've always got one leg on the floor. Okay? A lot of the time, I'll see this. Try and keep that leg down for me. Now, if you want to go a bit further, breathe in, breathe out, walk up, down. Breathe in, lower it an inch, and then breathe out. You may or may not be able to get all the way up, and then gently breathe into lower. If it's too much, just stay with that first option. Make sure you've always got one leg on the floor. So climb tree, strength through your back and your core. And I'm going to ask you please for one more with each leg. If it's too much bringing the shoulders up, then just do that jackknife and slowly allow the leg to lower instead. Once you've done those two, you're going to bend those legs and place those feet down. When you're coming into this position, this is your base position that we're going to be using. So we're always going to come back to here. So we need to make sure that our neutral spine is in place. Your back feels comfortable. Hips should be parallel. Core muscles should be up and in. So we've still got that tightened feeling around the waist. Breathe in. As you breathe out, one leg comes up to a right angle. Don't let that heel drop. Right angle behind the knee stays in place. Hold it here. If you want to go further, breathe in. Breathe out, bring up the upper body. Chin is off the chest, palms face down. Breathe in. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you're pushing the hands down towards the floor. If you want to go further still, you're bringing the other leg up. Make sure the heels stay lifted. Right angle behind the knee. Breathe in, breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Core muscles tightened. So from here, if you've only got one leg raised, allow it to lower. Breathe in, breathe out, lift the other leg up. If you've got both legs raised, you carry on for me. Shin should be facing the ceiling. Remember, we don't have to have that body raised. It's our core muscles that are keeping that leg in place. So pull up, pull in, tighten across the core. Deep, full breaths. Maintain that right angle behind the knee. Got that option with both legs and that pulse. So I'm going to ask you please for 2 more breaths. If your upper body is raised, you're going to lower that down. If you've got both legs raised, take 1 foot to the floor. If you've only got one leg raised, swap the leg over. Okay? So when you're ready, you've got one leg raised in a right angle position. Breathe in. As you breathe out, it pulls away. Breathe in, it comes back in. Breathe out, it pulls away. Breathe in, it comes back in. It's not doing this. You're being lengthened from the knee, like your toes are being pulled away. And then it comes back in. So you're feeling this tightening, lengthening through the tummy as that leg is pulled away. If you want to go further, you can have both legs lifted. And you can alternate one leg to the other. Or just stay with that one leg. You'll do 4 more with that leg. Then you'll allow it to lower. Then you'll breathe in, breathe out. You're going to be lifting the other leg up. Same thing. Breathe out, lengthen. Toes pull away. You're allowing that leg to be drawn away from the body as far as comfortable, but this knee must stay nice and still. Don't let that leg wobble. It's not touching the floor, this leg. It's coming out and down if you like, but it's not touching the floor. Remember, you have still got that double leg option. While one leg moves, the other leg remains in place. You're doing the double leg and you still want to go a bit further, bring up the head, neck and shoulders. So in our one leg stretch, at whichever level you have chosen, I'd like you to complete 2 more breaths. If your body is up, it's got to come down. 1 foot at a time comes back down. Good. So from here, what should we do? We're going to come onto the side. We've got 2 on this side, haven't we? So lengthen the body out into that nice long line. Toes, fingers, change my earring, otherwise I lay on it in a funny position, digs right in. Good. Breathe in. As you breathe out, raise both legs to a comfortable height. Don't allow the hips to roll forwards or backwards. This hand is there for help. Breathe in. As you breathe out, lift the top leg. Breathe into lower. That bottom leg is lifted, but it remains still. If you do need to take it down, that's absolutely fine. Now toes are being pulled away, so we've got the lengthening right down this leg. If you don't need the hand there for balance, take it away. You could then bring it over. And then your final option, raise the arm at the same time as the leg. It's just pointing up to the ceiling and then back down. Remember, smooth, controlled moves. Hold breath out to lift. Hold breath in to lower. Strengthen and lengthen through the body. Core muscles zipped up, pulled in, and in place. And I'm going to ask you, please, in your side raise or your side leg raise, for one more repetition. Then if your hand has gone away, bring it back in. Gently allow those legs to lower. Bottom leg tucks under. Top leg remains straight, but your toes this time are pointing forwards. Breathe in. As you breathe out, lift. That leg stays there. Toes point forward. Breathe in. As you breathe out, rotate. Try and aim for 5 circles. Breathe in, hold. Breathe out, rotate. Breathe in, hold. Breathe out, rotate. They're not big plates. They're just small ones. The more circles you can complete, the harder you're going to work. And to create more circles, you need a deeper, fuller, longer breath. Hand is there for balance, we'll take it away. Remember, toes forward, we want to hit that target area around the hip. And in your leg circle, your hip circle, please complete one more in each direction. Then you can allow that leg to lower. And by all means, give it a lovely big rub if you need to. Well done, guys. From here, when you are ready, oh, my back just cracked. You're coming into that box position of where we started. Back is nice and flat. We're going to come into cat stretch. Breathe in, round the spine, tuck the chin to the chest. Breathe out and release. Breathe in, round the spine, chin to the chest. Breathe out and release. Cat stretch one more time. Tuck that chin in. And release. Good. So we're going to be making our way to stand. I don't want you to rush. If you need to hold on to anything, please do. You're going to push back into crouched position. Tuck the chin into the chest. When you're ready, feet go down, and then in your own time, slowly rolling up, rebuilding the back, vertebrae by vertebrae, all the way to the top. And as you reach the top, relax the shoulders down, lengthen the posture, re-engage the core, and put that neutral spine in place. As you go around the rest of the day, make sure core muscles, neutral spine are in place. Try not to allow yourself to slouch or lean over. Always think lengthen, shoulders down, nice long posture. Just lift up onto your toes, test your balance, and release. And again, lift up, balance, and release. One last time, lift up, balance, hold, close your eyes if you can. And release. Well done, guys. Great work, great session. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you're okay. We are 10 o'clock tomorrow morning with Pilates again, okay? And we're back at 4 o'clock today with legs, bumps and tums. Please enjoy the rest of your day. It's a bit of a weird one, isn't it? It's not particularly cold, but it's wet. Carl's in the garden oh, is that his shadow I can see in the background? Yeah, he's trimming up some shrubs and things for us today, making it nice out there. The birds are certainly welcomed. He's digging. They're in there for the worms straight away. Anyway, have a lovely, lovely day, whatever you've got planned for the rest of it. Don't eat too many pancakes, and I will see you again tomorrow. Take care. Bye for now.